Oh. Hi, and welcome. So, just looking if I'm in focus, if we are actually recording. Welcome to the channel. My name is Mumo. This is going to be a very different kind of video than the ones you normally see here, but it's okay. So, today, officially, when you're watching this video, today is my birthday. This is one of those days where I get the opportunity of looking back at where I've come from. Today I'm turning 35. It's not a secret because it's on the thumbnail, it's on everywhere. So I'm turning 35. I know most of the people who will watch this know me as a content creator in the crypto space or in the business space, and many people don't know my story. So I want to share a little more about who I am, where I've come from, and my hopes for at least the next year. When I was in high school, I went to school in Nandi County. I was in school in Kapsabet Boys. I was 2002 to 2005, and many of the friends that I have from high school, of course, were from my class. I vividly remember more than once when you have this afternoon classes, people have eaten ugali or githeri or something. And then in the afternoon, a lesson like mathematics is put in the afternoon. Worst decision that teachers can ever make. But the point is, when would have those classes, for me purposefully, I used to sit at the front for quite a long time while we were in high school. The teacher would teach, half the class is asleep, of course, because between 2 and 3 p.m., everyone is just drowsy. And after the teacher had left in the evening, people would be like,
So what was Mr.
whoever it was.
What was he saying in that lesson?
And because I'm among the few people who was awake, I would stand up, go to the front to the board, and then repeat the whole lesson and be like,
So this is what he was saying, this is what he meant.
blah, blah, blah. And then people would be like,
Okay.
so when I look back, that's when I officially learned that I have a way of being able to teach other people. The ability to be able to break down difficult concept to people. In campus, honestly, in campus, I don't remember specific times me doing that. I remember one class that I had when I was doing my CPA Section 4, we were doing a class on quantitative analysis, QA. And it was an evening class just after I'd finished campus. And something similar like that happened. The teacher explained something, the lecturer explained something on the board. People were like, so she asked, do you guys understand what I've just said? And the whole room was like, no. I raised my hand in that particular class, and I raised my hand and I asked the lecturer,
Is it possible for me to come to the front and try and explain it?
and I can see I can see the same reaction that my fellow classmates had. You probably have right now. You're like,
Who is this guy what does he think he's doing? Ako na kimbele mbele sana.
and I went to the board and I did exactly that. I actually went, took the same concept that the teacher had taught, because for me, that particular concept I had learnt in campus. And the truth of the matter is, right that time, when she explained it, when the lecturer explained it, is when I finally understood the why behind that particular formula. So I went to the front and explained, and then people are like,
Now we get it.
and that particular day is when I finally realized that I had that ability to teach people and teach them simply. I'm not in any way saying that that's the reason why I started the channel and all that. But when you look back, is when you start seeing the correlation of things and how the experiences that you're having, they connect you and prepare you for where you are. So in 2017, It was May the 9th. And every time I talk about the channel and every time I talk about uh, how this channel came to be and all that, I always have to mention May 9th, 2017. So I was seated in the office where I was working at that particular time. And while I was seated there, at around 5 p.m., I took my phone and then put it just on the desk and I recorded a video. And this video was 45, 47 seconds long. It was in vertical mode. I'm probably showing it here so that you guys can see. But I always go back to this particular video. In that particular video, the essence of it was I am now starting officially my content creation journey.
Let's do this. Let's go one day at a time, as many times as we can, and let's see where it goes. So wish me luck, subscribe, and let's start the journey together. Have a wonderful day.
And while I was speaking, honestly, I felt like I am afraid in my heart. I'm afraid. You can even hear it in the voice when you go back to it. I'll probably link it in the description so that you go watch it later. So in my mind, I'm like, oh my goodness, what am I promising these people? What am I telling them I'm gonna be doing? The essence of that video was I was making a commitment to an audience I did not have, but promising that I will show up and I'll be doing this. That right now, as I shoot this video, that's over 5 years ago. When I did that and I posted that video, the people who were watching at that time was mostly me. It was mostly me just looking at it and wondering, what have I just done? And I know I took about the whole of 2017 not doing any video, but I remember almost at the end of 2017, I was invited to Kenyatta University. It was a connection from a friend of mine, and they wanted an entrepreneur to get onto the show. That time, the host of the show was called Noah. And Noah, right now, I think, works at KTN doing similar, doing business news. And I remember going for that TV interview, and afraid as I was, I sat there, and I think that video is also on my channel right now. And we spoke for almost half an hour with Noah and the other guests that we were with on the show. And I thought to myself, this is something I'd love to be doing. Just being on camera and sharing my thoughts and having the ability to speak and to impact just one person is something I'd love to be doing. When we did that show, I asked the guys at KU, can I be able to share this on my channel? And my channel honestly had no viewers. So they were like, yeah, it's okay, you can put it on the channel. And I did. Now I have 2 videos on my channel and nothing else. I'm doing nothing else. Now in January of 2018 was almost as a New Year's resolution. I'm like, now I have to be serious about creating content on YouTube. That particular time, I sat down and I recorded a video. It was 10 business ideas that you can do to make money. And that video was about almost 20 minutes long. And I didn't know how to shoot. I didn't know, I had a camera, yes, but all the nitty gritties of videography, and how to be able to light your scene and things like that, I had no idea about. When I'm actually just recording this video, at the moment I can actually be able to see myself somewhere here because I've connected my laptop to the camera. I can be able to see whether the angle is what I want. It's a conversation that we are having. So that's the whole point. So now at least I'm a bit better. And if I look this way, you can actually see a light in my eyes, because now at least I know a little better than I did. Right now, I'm also even recording audio on the side so that the audio sounds a little better than if it was coming from the camera. But at that particular time, in that particular video, and I'm showing it on the screen right now, I had no idea what I was doing. And for me, at that particular time when I'm actually shooting this video, I'm creating content. I'm trying to start this dream that I have no idea about. But if you can see, you've been seeing as I'm showing you here, there is light coming from behind me. This camera is below eye level because at that time I don't even think I had a tripod stand. So I'd place the camera on a stool so that now I'm looking at where I'm actually going to be seated, and the angle was very unflattering, but I shared what I had to share. And then I put that video up on my channel. That video right now has close to 80,000 views. I know it's above 75,000, but I think it's 80,000 views. But the whole point of all this is to tell you, if I hadn't been quote unquote brave enough to put up a bad video up, I'd never be able to gain the audience that is you watching this video right now. And I'd never have the ability to be able to comfortably give out my ideas the way I can right now. So the first thing I'd love to say to anyone who ever has a dream of creating content, the truth of the matter is it doesn't really matter how bad you think your content looks like. The very first video will be your worst video, and that's okay. So fast forward a little to 2020. By this time, I had created close to 60, between 60 and 100 videos then, because I've been doing about 50 videos a year. So in 2020, I had quit my job and COVID was here. I had a business, a photography business, which was getting zero clients. And for about 3 months, I had not gotten a single client. So that's the time when I went back just trying to recommit to making content on YouTube. I remember getting an email from YouTube. The subject of that email had very little to do with what I finally discovered about it. So around March or April, around that time, 2020, YouTube announced that they were going to support black content creators with the YouTube Black Voices Fund, which now most people know about, but then it was just a plan. Those announcements where you're like, they've just announced, and so people are not bothered with it. So when I read through that email, somewhere in that email, I saw something to the effect of, if you would like more information about the YouTube Black Voices Fund, then submit your email here. And I know most people don't read such emails like that. So I went and put my email there and I forgot about it. Then around September, October there of 2020, I get another email now from YouTube, from one of YouTube employees, and it says, we have a new program that we want to come up with. We want to tell you about it, but you have to sign a non-disclosure agreement. I'm like, non-disclosure agreement? For what? For what? So anyway, when I saw it, I sent it to them. Then I was now called later, the next week or 2 weeks after that. And in that particular meeting, there were two people from YouTube, and the whole point was, we have chosen you as the first class of YouTube Black Voices. And so this is what that means for you. This is what we are going to do. When I look back, that particular day, I cried. Cried like a baby, I cried. I cried. One of the reasons why was the fact that I felt like I had been seen. I was creating content from Nairobi, from my bedroom, from my sitting room in the corner, and creating content. And I felt sometimes like I am making content, but I'm not gaining an audience. The truth of the matter is, I am not ungrateful for the growth I've had. I am very grateful for all the people who take their time, some subscribe, guys who just watch the videos, people who like the videos, guys who take time to comment and engage, others who look for my number. Hey, hey, look for my number, WhatsApp me and ask me questions. I'm really grateful for all that. But on that particular day, when I was told that I had been chosen from all the creators in the whole globe, and we are 4 in Kenya, 132 across the globe, and I'm like, I did not even feel like I was worthy of that. When it sunk in is when I realized many times when you're creating content, people are watching, but most people are watching silently. And that particular day, I finally felt like it's starting to pay off. This dream that I had in 2017, when I put up the very first video, it's finally starting to pay off. And I remember the joy I felt. But the next thing you're told after that is that don't tell anyone about it. Don't post on your social media about it. Keep it a secret. And imagine you have to do that for it's torture. 2.5 months of just staying knowing this thing has happened, but I can't talk about it. This awesome thing has happened, and I can't share it with my audience. I can't share it with the people who are around me. That for me, the fact that I was chosen as part of that first group on YouTube Black Voices, that for me was the biggest turnaround for me as a creator. And it has little to do with the amount of money that were given, because there's a grant that is given as well. It has little to do with that. It has more to do with I finally felt validated as a creator. And I remember getting to that class, because it was a virtual class. I am really looking forward to finally get to meet all these people. These guys from Nigeria, Aka, Eric Okafor, guys like Often Semwase and Mama Nels, Tato, and of course Financial Bunny. All these people in our class, and I'm like, I am in a class with everyone who all their channels are bigger than mine, their production looks better than mine, but I'm inside this class. I felt this is a privilege just to be here. In 2021, I remember the very first time when I wanted to announce that I'm looking for brands to sponsor. I remember talking to a friend of mine, and I also remember a live stream I did. I think that was 2020 to get into 2021. I wanted to do a 24-hour live stream, which is something that I probably should try again. But the whole point of that live stream was I will be live for this number of hours, and I need sponsors to come in. And so a friend of mine who owns honey business sent me 1,000 bob. My dad as well sent me 1,000 bob. Another friend of mine who does mobile phone sales, CDI gadgets, also sent me 1,000 bob. So this live stream was sponsored with 3,000 shillings, and the whole thing was regularly a half an hour. I'd mentioned these businesses, and that was my very first brand deal, really, or my first brand sponsorship. It was worth $30. And I remember how excited I was just that people are paying me just to be on my channel. People are paying me. The next brand that I did was with another friend of mine. Her name is Lucy. She does a product called Fountain of Life, which is an awesome supplement. And she sponsored two videos. And then after that, it went quiet because that was the only time ever that I ever asked a brand to come and sponsor content on my channel. So as I sit here today and I look back at the past 2 years of my content creation, I have worked with so many brands, and all of them have always been the ones looking for me. And that is a very big privilege that I don't take for granted. One of the brands that I love so much, Binance, because they have been the major brand that has been partnering with me. I'm really grateful for just believing in this young man from Nairobi. If you haven't yet watched that video, we did a video just sharing the experience that I had with Binance, where they actually took me to Paris, fully paid trip, everything was paid for. That wouldn't have happened. The point is, that wouldn't have happened if I hadn't been brave enough in 2017 to put up a video where I was afraid to put up. And I remember, honestly, in 2021, when I started doing crypto related content, I remember getting low views. And I remember doing a video, and then you do videos, and then when you go to the analytics, you see people have unsubscribed, and it would break my heart because I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I'm trying to pivot my content and trying to change where I'm going, and I'm hoping the people who subscribed are going to go on that journey with me, because the whole essence of this channel is trying to help you make money. You can make money through business, you can make money through the stock market, you can make money through cryptocurrency. All this is just geared around helping you create more income for yourself. When I would see those -1, sometimes -2 subscribers, I'm like, oh no, am I making the wrong choice? But then I'd still make another video. And I remember one of the videos I did, and then someone commented on the video, can you do a little more business content? We are tired of crypto content. But I'm like, you guys, I want you to see what I'm seeing. And I remember even at home being told the same thing, like, can you do a little more diverse content? And that is just a part of the content creation journey that I've been on. Right now, as we do this video, one of the things that I want for you to do for me, because I rarely ask you to do things for me, one of the things that I want you to do for me is take that step to support this work that I'm doing. And there are different ways that you can be able to do it. I will be releasing content that will not be public for everyone to view. This content will be available to the people who decide to be members on the channel. So if you're watching this particular video, whether on mobile or on desktop, you'll see a button that says join. So that is to join to become a member. And being a member means that now you'll have access to the member only videos. And these are videos where I'm going into depth some of the things that I teach on the channel, but I don't go into depth giving you all the thoughts that I have. So there'll be longer kind of videos. And starting next year, we'll have member only live streams where I'll do the live stream, and the only people who can comment will be members. But the whole essence of me announcing all this to you now is my hope is to create a well knit community of people who have found value from the content that I do and would like to support. The second way you can be able to support this channel through a new feature that is on YouTube called Super Thanks. So I'm showing it on the screen, of course, so that you can be able to see. So on mobile, it's very simple. You'll see, just as you're watching the video, you'll see on the right, you'll see thanks. So what that does is you're able to contribute a particular amount, whether it is 200 shillings up to 5,000 bob, to have a highlighted comment and to also support my channel. So if you send super thanks, me as a creator, I get 70% of it. So if you decide to send 5,000 bob in this example, I'll get 3,500. And then your comment, of course, is at the very top. I'll know exactly who it is. And for the people who do super thanks, I will be forming a group for these people so that you can have a little more access to me as a person. This is my way of saying thank you for all the support that you guys have given me. And of course, when we get to now start doing live streams, super chats are available, same kind of concept where you can be able to support. And now, the reason why in this particular video I have taken you through the journey and ending it now with my ask to you is because in the next year, I want to increase, one, the quantity of uploads that I will be doing, but I want to make it as frictionless as possible. At the moment, the way we are doing it, it takes a lot of work just to set up to do one video. And I am currently at a capacity of about between 4 and 6 videos a month, but I want to be able to get that double. So I want to be doing a minimum of 10 videos a month. And next year, hopefully, if we can be able to get an editor and be able to support an editor, then we'll get to daily content, because I have been trying that on TikTok and it's working. So I want to start doing a similar thing here on YouTube, where I do live streams, and the live streams I'm doing for 2 hours, 3 hours at a time. So I want to do that here as well. And I'm hoping that if you have watched this video to where we are now, that you take the time and, number one, subscribe to the channel. We want to get to 50,000 before this year ends. And number two, take the extra step and support this channel monetarily. So in the description of every video that I do, I have a section where I've put links for people to be able to support. So for instance, the link that is showing on your screen right now is one where if you send the money there, it goes to my till. That is available for everyone who's in Kenya. If you're outside the country, then you can do PayPal, you can do crypto, you can support any way how. And of course, I've told you about super thanks and about being a member. If you become a member of the channel, then that means every single month I'm able to know I have 2 videos that I'm doing specifically for members. Those will not be public videos. They'll be private videos specific just for the members. And then, of course, as we go on, there will be more perks that will be available to you if you're a member. For instance, one of them is there will be some videos where members access first for like 24 hours before they go public. So that if you're a supporter, you get, if it's time sensitive information, you get it immediately before everyone else does. And that's just a way of welcoming you to support this channel financially. This is not a video that I will do regularly, but it's my birthday. I can be able to tell you what my wish is. And my wish is to make this sustainable and to be able to help even more people and to be able to grow this channel to a point where we can start growing to become a production studio. That's my hope as I celebrate my birthday today. So, in the comments below, put happy birthday in the comments below. And I'm really grateful that you have watched this video to the end. So, what I want you to do right now, there's this video that is showing up on the screen. This is me 3 years ago and the lessons that I learned at that particular time. And I'll see you in the next one.